All right, welcome. This is a practice that I like to do on the regular. Try to do it every morning. Call it my magic 30. So here we go. You might want to get a block. We're doing some half moon later on. We got some lunging type stuff. So you might want to have maybe two even blocks, something like that. Let's get right into it. Start on your back. Let yourself arrive. Let yourself land. Take a nice exhale out of the mouth, sigh it out. And I want you to maybe even feel like your eyeballs are sinking a little bit deeper into your skull, the back of your head, almost feeling glued onto the floor. I want you to feel as if that breath was the wind within you, tracking it as it comes in and down toward the belly, tracking it as it returns to the top and leaves your body. I want you to do your best to stay with your breath rhythm. If I'm moving a little too fast or a little too slow for you, don't worry about it. You stay with your rhythm, with your pace. It's your practice. So here we go. Right ankle on top of the left thigh, coming in to thread the needle. Now, if you have to keep that left foot down for a breath, that's fine. Join me when time is right. By interlacing fingers behind the knee or in front of the knee. Take your first breath here, spreading your right toes, flexing those toes back toward the right knee. Second breath, I want you to really push that right ankle into the left thigh, so much so that your left leg starts to go away from your body, and then using your hands and arms to pull in the opposite direction. That's that second breath. Third breath, keep everything like it is, and just shift your lower body a couple inches over to the left. Everything else stays the same. Now we'll slowly start to come back to center. Drop the left foot down. Drop your legs over to the right so that right foot weighs that left knee down. Twist your upper body to the left. Left arm extends. Think about really filling up that left lung, that left rib cage on your inhale. And as you exhale, really think about pulling your belly in to your spine and up towards your heart as you were like wringing out a sponge. One more inhale and exhale here. Find an inhale to come out of that. So again, don't interrupt an exhale just to jump to an inhale to move with me. Stay with your own groove. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Maybe the first breath, the right foot stays down as you acclimate. Maybe this first breath, you can grab onto your right leg, but I really want you to focus on spreading the left toes, pulling those toes back toward the knee. So we're flexing at the ankle. That's that first breath. Second breath, left ankle pushes actively into the right leg pulls actively into the chest. Opposing action here. Maybe squeezing a little bit of that root block, engaging the pelvic floor muscles. Third breath, keep everything like it is, just shift your lower body a couple inches over to the right. Experience any change in sensation fully through that deep inhalation and exhalation. As the exhale finishes, you'll use the inhale to release, putting the right foot down. Wait for the inhale to finish. Exhale, lower body drops over to the left. You can see how my right foot sort of pivots. So now I'm on the big toe side of my right foot. My left ankle, which was on top of that left thigh, is now on the outside edge of the right knee, acting like an anchor. My right arm blossoms open here. 2 more deep breaths. This time we're focusing our inhale into the right lung, the right rib cage, feeling that expanding, growing out. And then exhale, wring out that spine. As you finish your exhale, take an inhale to bring yourself back to center. And then find an exhale to draw both knees into the chest for a moment. Squeeze it all out. Maybe take some ankle circles if that feels good. And we're going to rock and roll ourselves right up into a standing position into mountain. So get a little momentum here. See if you can do this without crossing your ankles, without using your hands. And if you have to, that's fine too. Oh, yeah, you might not quite stick the landing. Bring a smile to your face. Reconnect. Feet about hip width apart. Palms face down toward the floor. Root down. So feel that energy going downward into the earth. Feel a little bit of liquidity in your spine. And that space above your head, lifting toward the sky. When the inhale hits you, slowly take the arms out to the side or up in front of you. Shoulders pull down, fingertips reach up. Turn your right palm out and lean it over to the left. You can drop that left arm down, keeping the lower ribs in check for a little side bend here. One more big inhale, trying to get into that right rib cage, that right lung. One more time. And then exhale, maybe let that left hand slide down your leg and go for it a little bit deeper. Finding an inhale to take it back up over the top. Switching sides. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up and over to the right. Again, keeping those ribs in check. And help engage your abdominal, protect your lower back. One more breath here. Once more, the inhale takes you up. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Chin all the way into the chest. Surrender, hands down. Inhale, come halfway up. So slide your hands up your legs, nice long spine. We'll do that 3 times total. Here's 1. Exhale, forward fold, back and in. As you come up in a half fold on this next inhale, really work that round action out of your back by rolling the shoulders away from the neck and the ears, lengthening your spine forward, taking your tailbone back. And use that length to go forward and go down your exhale. Last half fold here. This time, applying everything that we did on the first 2, but making sure that your weight's into your toes. Almost like your toes have to grab the floor so you don't fall forward. And then as you exhale, hands come down. We'll step the left foot back first and drop the left knee down. Surrender here. Let everything go. Let the belly go. Let the head go. Really just melt yourself into this. You might need to adjust your right foot a little forward, a little out to the right. Do what makes sense for you. And then we'll slowly start to build this up. So push the right foot into the ground, drag it back. Left knee into the ground, drag it forward. Whew, that starts to come together. The pelvic floor engages from Mula Bandha. And keep riding the arms all the way up to the sky. Now I'm going to keep that rib cage loop in as I keep bending my knee in at the same time. And of course, the legs are still working actively. Turn the left palm out, grab on with the right hand, and lift it up to go over perhaps. Again, if you're feeling this in the lower back, use your rib cage loop. That's going to help protect any lower back discomfort. And then go ahead and start to pour it over towards 1 or 2 o'clock. Hands come down, setting up half splits, straightening the right leg. Maybe sliding that right heel forward a little bit. This is a great time if you have a block or something similar. If you need a little bit more height. Exhaling. Let yourself curl in as much as you can. Doesn't have to be that far. It's kind of an intense stretch. Inhale, come halfway up. Pull the toes back towards your face. Spread the toes. Exhale, forward as you go down. Lengthen forward. You bring that chin into the chest. Last time here. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Again, go as deep as you can. As long as you can stay with your breath. The inhale, we're going to shift ourselves back forward. Back into that lunge. Left hand stays down. Keep the inhale going as you circle the arm forward. Right arm to the sky. And as you start to work the exhale, right hand points straight back behind you. Look back behind you. Take that right hand, carve the horizon, reaching out to the right. Big circle. Bring that right elbow, right arm inside of the right foot. Walk that right foot out to the side, coming into low lizard. Stay up on your hands. You can even come up onto a block. If you're going to lower an elbow down, please the right elbow first. So whatever foot's forward, that's the elbow you want to start with. Now, of course, you can start with the opposite elbow. You can explore. You can do your thing. But for the purposes of this practice, I want you to stay with that process. Whatever foot's forward, that elbow goes down first. A little bit of Mula Bandha here, squeezing your pelvic floor, lifting it, pushing that right big toe down, and either stay here for another breath or start to walk your hands towards 10 and 11 o'clock. Really crawl in that right hand toward 11 and let the left hand sort of help push the hips back as the right hand crawls forward. Hands back underneath the shoulders if they're not already there. Either stay there for another breath or we're going to go into the deep quad stretch. Now, the tendency is for people to bring that left knee forward. Nah, you even want to take it back a little bit more. So you're going to lift that left foot up. And maybe right here, you can just kind of hang out, and that's a pretty big stretch for you, okay? Your right hand is going to grab the left foot, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep that knee where it is, but I'm going to back out. I'm going to take this left foot over to the right to make it easier for me to grab. Then I'm going to grab it, I'm going to chill, and then I'm going to slowly start to take that foot back over to the left in line with the knee as I open up my chest. And again, this can be really, really dynamic stretch. So please go slowly with it. Use your breath. Pause when it gets too intense. Maybe even back out. One more breath here. Or maybe you're still in low lizard. That's totally cool as well. If you want to kick your foot back into your hand, think about dragging that left knee forward, opening up the chest a little bit more. And then without slingshotting it, go ahead and release. Both hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toes underneath. Lift the back knee up off the ground. One inhale here for high lizard. Ride the exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. One exhale here. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Knees down as needed. Otherwise, lower down on the exhale. Hover halfway. Heart hits first, belly hits second. Point the toes, point the legs. Work the shoulders, work the upper back to lift you into Cobra. Elbows stay bent alongside the body. Gaze stays down on the floor. And exhale back to dog. Bring your feet together with the back. We're going to inhale the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Use your hands as you exhale to push back a little bit deeper. Use the inhale to straighten that right leg a little bit more, maybe lift it slightly higher, and then come onto the ball of your left foot. So lift that left heel up, get a little bit higher as you then start to curl that right knee in towards your chest, in towards your face, and step it all the way forward. Pause here for a moment, preparing for high lunge. So again, having a little bit of a wider stance, walking that right foot out to the right, squeezing the legs down and then in toward the center to slowly come up. Inhaling, arms up overhead. A little variation here if you'd like with some Garuda arms. Left arm on bottom, right arm on top. Elbows up, shoulder blades down. Totally optional. And then from here, we're going to move into a high lunge twist. So my right hand comes on the outside of the leg. My left hand is going to reach forward. So I'm going to really inhale and try to get length here to set this up. And then the elbow is going to come outside of the knee. Now, don't look at the camera. Don't look at your computer. Stay staring down at the ground, maybe your big toe. Now, you can take your left hand into a fist, your right hand drape over the top, prayer hands, whatever works for you. But you're going to slowly try to rotate your torso to the right, stacking your right shoulder on top of your left shoulder. Now, you want to keep that left leg strong and straight. And if this is too difficult to balance, you can put the left knee down for low lunge twist. Last exhale here. And then release. Coming up to half moon. Maybe you have your block, again, forward of the foot and a little bit to the outside. And start to launch the left leg. Now we're stacking the hips, we're stacking the shoulders here. Pushing down into the ground with the right hand, with the right foot. Reaching back through the left heel, reaching out through the crown of the head, reaching up to the left fingertips. So really bringing your attention to all these directions simultaneously as you breathe deeply. Stay here for another breath or two. If you want to take quarter moon, kind of back out a little bit, grabbing onto that left foot. You can see how far I come out to set this up. And then really start to expand. And then slowly releasing. I like to send my left hand towards 10 or 11 o'clock. Reach my left heel away one more time as I come all the way into a forward fold. Inhale slowly. Bring the arms all the way up and overhead. And then exhale, close to mountain. Pause for a moment here. Palms face the ground. Connect with the earth underneath you. Connect with water inside of you. Connect with the air above and around you. On inhale, take arms to the sky. No side bend on this one. We'll go right into it. Forward fold. Chin all the way to the chest. Inhale, float halfway up. Just one of these on this side. Bend the knees, hands come down, right foot steps back. Right knee comes down, surrender here. Head down, belly down. Start to engage the legs, squeeze. As you come all the way up, bringing the arms up overhead with you when you're ready. Keep the legs active, keep the squeeze happening, keep the pelvic floor lifting. Right palm turns out, left hand grabs onto right wrist. Slowly start to take it up and over. And again, if you're feeling this in your lower back, you're probably overarching it. So how you fix that? Draw those lower ribs in, rotate them in, engage those abdominals to create a side bend rather than a back bend. On the inhale, lift up to come out. Exhale, pour the hands on down. Straighten the left knee, left leg. You want your hips right on top of this knee, so you kind of have to adjust a little bit here, and then find an exhale to forward fold. As you inhale back out, spread your toes, pull your toes back towards your face, reacclimate with that. Again, staying with your breath rhythm, what works for your body, exploring, listening. One more like that. Now, finishing that third exhale, we're going to shift back into low lunge. Keep the inhale going. Right hand stays down. Left arm circles forward and then up into an open twist, low lunge. And then ride that exhale. Left hand straight back behind you. Finish the exhale. Look behind you. Let your past go. Inhale. Carve the new horizon out to the left as you bring both hands underneath, and the left arm is now inside of the left foot for low lizard. If you're exploring down to the elbows, left elbow first, maybe the right elbow second. Squeezing the pelvic floor, pushing left big toe down. You can even think about reaching out through the crown of your head, so getting some length in your spine here. Hey, if there's a lot happening right now, feel free to stay with what you're at. Otherwise, if you want to walk into this like sort of extended low lizard, the left hand's going to crawl towards 1 o'clock. The right hand is going to kind of be positioned towards 2 o'clock. And that's going to you're going to push the ground away to help keep your hips back where they were as the left fingertips keep crawling forward. You can even try peeking underneath your right armpit, rotating your torso a little bit. You can try looking underneath the left armpit. It's kind of just going slow, seeing what's interesting to you. And again, you could stay there if you're not doing this deep quad stretch. But again, a lot of people tend to bring this knee in closer. It's not it. You want to really slide it back. Make it easier once you get there. Bend the right knee, hips drop forward, soften this right elbow. Left hand reaches back for it. Maybe this right foot's going to go over to the left to help me out. I'm going to back out. And then I'm going to rotate. And again, go slow. I'm going to curl my toes back over that hand, kick back into the hand as I start to open up the chest. Stack the left shoulder on top of right. One more deep breath here. Maybe that right knee is going to gently push into the ground and drag forward. And then again, don't slingshot it, but let it on go. Come into a high lizard. Hands underneath the shoulders, back, knee up off the ground. Ride the exhale back to downward dog. One exhale here. Really finish it all out. Inhale, shift into plank. Exhale, halfway lower. Coming down to the ground for Cobra. Squeezing shoulder blades together, shoulders actively away from the ears. Exhale back to dog. Feet come together at the back of your mat. Left leg lifts on inhale. On exhale, hands push the hips back, push that left foot back some more. Inhale, a little straighter with the left leg, maybe a little bit higher. Come up onto the ball of the right foot, lift that heel. Exhale, curl, round, and control. Step it all the way forward. Pause for a moment, adjust your feet. High lunge is a balance. So squeeze the legs, keep your eyes focused on one thing. Take whatever hand position works best for you. Option to take Garuda arms this time, right arm underneath the left. Elbows up, shoulder blades down simultaneously. Exhale, start to spread those wings a little bit. Left hand comes the outside of the left leg. Inhale, right arm forward, reach. You can see my back leg is really strong and straight. And stop looking at the computer screen and start to twist. Exhale, eyes stand focused on the ground. Fist with the right hand draped over with the left, or prayer position. Option to drop the right knee down if you need to. But really think about pulling that right heel back as the left knee continues to bend forward. The breath can be kind of claustrophobic here, so really work the inhale. Figure out how you can get it over, around, or through any congestion that's happening from the twists, and finish on an exhale. Inhale, unravel. Half moon pose. Inhale. Slowly lifting that right leg up, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. Right arm up. And again, everything's going in opposite directions. And that's really helping to stabilize. If you want to bend that knee and reach back, and your body might be feeling like Stevie's barking right now. We're yapping at you. Just stay easy. Stay relaxed. Stay calm. Lift and expand. And then exhale. Slowly start to come up. Reach in as the hands come down for forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the arms up overhead. And then exhale right down into a yoga squat. Come here, Stevie. It's okay. Sit on back. Down, the head lifts up. Hey, I don't know. You okay? Yeah, there you go. And then place your hands on behind you. Maybe grab your block to sit up. Come here. Sit down with me. Come here and sit. So, whatever time that you've chosen to meditate, I want you to commit to that time, whether it's 7 minutes or 15 minutes, but commit to that time right now. If you're setting a timer, set your timer. If you're just going to kind of sporadically check, that's cool too. Pick a focus. What's your focus going to be today? Whether it's just on your breath, maybe your body's feeling good right now. You just want to feel that sensation of maybe some tingling or some energy moving around you. Maybe you want to close your eyes and visualize a flame or a fire at your belly. The possibilities are endless. But choose your time, pick your focus, get your seat comfortable, commit to it. Commit to really working your mental energy on your focus and anything that comes up, any distraction, desire, daydream, anything. Notice it. Check it out. Come back to your focus, whatever that is. So I'll leave you to it at this point. However long you're going to go, whatever your focus is going to be, enjoy a little bit of space, a little bit of time in choosing what you do with that mental energy.